And now, a moment between a man, his guitar, and the love that helps them overcome.
Yeah! Yeah! Oh, fuck yes! Oh, bring it out! Holy shit and a half! Whoa, 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 whoa! Oh, shit! Oh, yeah! Take it, baby! Hard boner. Oh, fuck yes! Oh, bring it out! Fucking hard pumps. Oh, shit! Holy shit and a half! It came in my face! Oh my god! Yeah! Yeah! Creep light! Oh, yeah! Take it, baby!
Oh yeah, I like dessert, but I know what's better. I've got the tools that can make you wetter. Woo! Legs are spread, I can almost taste it. It doesn't matter if there's too many hairs. Baby, just pull down those underwears. Lick it, puss. Lick it, puss. Oh, we're licking pussy. Lick it, puss. Lick it, puss. Oh, we're licking puss now. It's the World Saving Podcast. Let's do it.
All right, and we're live. Andy Frasco's World Saving Podcast. I'm Andy Frasco. How's our heads? How's our minds? Are we not letting Gonzo's wild-ass driving affect our sleeping today? Let's go. Jesus Christ. That man can make some turns. Holy shit. I got Jason here with me. Jason, how we doing today? We're putting out some live nugs.net videos, or what are we calling this?
I don't know. It's kind of a mashup at this point.
Don't tell anybody.
No, it's not a video. It's not a video. That's what I meant.
Nugs and video, yeah.
But I've been sleeping. But yeah, Gonzo's driving.
You've been sleeping.
Fucking nuts.
You haven't been staying up that late.
No, I choose my battles.
Yeah.
I just get my edibles and then go to bed.
Yeah, I know. I gotta get that shit popping. I'm always going to bed now at 4 a.m. and just kind of like drinking until I can fall asleep, because it is a bumpy ride, this tour bus.
It's definitely a bumpy ride, and being on the top bunk versus the bottom bunk is definitely a difference, but I've gotten used to it.
It's like the Eiffel Tower, dog. You're just out there, woo!
Exactly. You're just sailing.
You're like one of those air stick people that just go.
Oh, the wacky inflatable.
the wacky inflatables.
Sometimes, dude, with some of those speed bumps and shit he's hitting, goddamn. You're trying to make coffee and surf at the same time.
We're surfing out here, but we got a tour bus, so we can't complain. So far, so good. The West Coast tour, we were expecting lower crowd attendance, and the attendance have been wonderful.
Yeah, and even the ones that have been lower, still mighty crowds, dude.
Yeah.
They've been great shows.
Pioneer Town was sick.
Yeah, it always is.
Yeah, that was fun as
Pioneer
fuck.
Town's always fun.
Kyle Gass, this whole tour with Kyle Gass has just been
You got him to
fucking
sit
awesome.
in on that one.
What are you eating?
On that one.
You eating some candy? I need one of those. All right, come sit down. Come sit next to Daddy. Sean Eccles is in the building today. We got the Sean, thank you. Oh, I need an Adderall today. Thank you very much. How you doing, Sean?
We're doing good.
We're feeling good. We're happy.
Yeah, it's like the bus makes us happier.
It's pretty crazy.
It's different. You know, when you do 14 years in the van, even the Sprinter was exciting in the beginning.
It was.
And then it was like, fuck the Sprinter. And then we got bunks in the Sprinter. It was like, dude, this is fuck. We never need a bus.
Yeah.
We're fucking good. We can sleep here. And then we're like, fuck the Sprinter. And now we're in the bus. We're like, we're good. And until we say fuck the bus.
Until we say fuck the bus, we need a fucking airplane. Let's go.
PJs.
First, no, I was gonna say first jam band with an airplane, but actually the Grateful Dead beat us to it.
Damn it.
God damn it.
Fucking Jerry.
Dude, how great was it? Kyle Gass sitting in with us last night.
We did Good Times, Bad Times by Led Zeppelin with him. I mean, did you forget to tell us that he wanted?
I forgot to tell you, but he told us he was going to sit in tonight.
Because like he was backstage with him, and she's like, Good Times, Bad Times. And I was like, ding, ding, start playing, and he goes, get the lead out. I was like, this is fucking, he's cracking me up. And then he gets on stage, he's like, Sydney, he just looks at me, he goes, Good Times, Bad Times. I was like, fuck, nobody told me.
I forgot. He texted me saying
we drug Floyd and Beast through it. Like, it was good. Now we know it really well.
Yeah, we practiced it. We're gonna sit in. He's gonna sit on it tonight as well.
It's awesome.
But he was like, I don't remember the first day of tour. He's like, I don't sit in.
Yeah, totally.
He's like, I've been waiting for this moment for you to tell me, for me to tell you no.
Well, like
and then he's like, you guys are our brothers, man. And then now it is the Dream Team tour.
Their band's awesome. All of them. Mike, John, Jason, and Tim.
Yeah, you
Kyle
love
Gass
them.
band, I love them.
Shout out to the Kyle Gass band.
Jason Keene, the bass player.
This is the craziest
was a
story.
photographer in 2008, 7?
2006.
And took Andy Frasco's senior picture.
Oh my God.
We figured that out. That's fucking crazy.
We got to get him on the show.
Yeah, that's crazy.
No, it's been fun. This tour has been nice. We have one more week left. Guys, grab your tickets. We're playing in Portland tomorrow. Then we're playing in Seattle.
Yep.
We're going to get tattoos in Portland.
Yes.
We're going to try to get tattoos.
getting
You want one
tattoos.
too? Let's get one. I got my favorite artist is
Let's
in
go.
tattoo. So Wednesday, I fucked that up. Wednesday, we're in Seattle. Thursday, we're in Portland. Friday, we're in Boise. And then we end the tour in Salt Lake City. And all those shows are with Caleb Hawley.
The motherfucker.
One of the best songwriters out there. He's
Little Love In.
opening. Let a Little Love In. What a beautiful fucking song.
Nicholas Moyle from the World Saving Podcast,
Yes.
New York edition.
The Sean
Local
Eccles
band.
local band. The World Saving Local Band is going to be backing up Caleb Hawley.
Famous from
Famous.
the World Saving Podcast local band New York style tour.
We love it. I feel like the new songs are really hitting well.
Yes, when we're easing into it, we got more to bring out.
Yeah,
So,
we're easing in. We're playing 4 of the new ones, and I think slowly but surely, let's get all the songs. But
this week in Seattle and Portland, we'll probably be playing more.
yeah, exactly. What we used to be is not who we are. Is charting, like on
yeah.
the playlist. So let's fucking go. We're on the top biggest playlist on Spotify right now.
See, it just goes to show you gotta if you want to know what's going on, you got to listen to the podcast.
You got to listen to the podcast. I'm too tired to tell anyone any news. But nice work, Sean.
It's true. I get it.
Nice work, Sean. We wrote a good song together, brother.
I'm really happy about it, and it's taking off. It's kind
I
of
remember
doing cool stuff.
remember when you came to my house, like, let's write a song, and you had that one-line wristbands. You had
Yeah,
a
it was
arm.
about- and I was like, he's not gonna like this shit.
I'm like, this could be emo, and I said,
We-
what we used to be is
Yeah.
not who we are.
We talked about like, it was like wristbands cover the scars. I was like, and you were like, yes,
Yeah.
emo.
Emo.
It's good, man. Came
It
together.
was good. I think that's a great
Yeah, we
tune.
stumbled into that chorus together, and you killed the verses.
Feeling good. Come here, Andy
Yeah,
Alva,
from
ladies and-
festivals.
From festivals.
You know, it's like
I thought you meant like your guitar wristbands.
those are sweatbands.
No,
I'm full of
wristbands.
sweatbands to cover
The Warped
sweat.
Tour. Are you kidding? You're just realizing that?
Yeah,
Oh
it's like-
my fucking god, Andy. Actually,
Come on,
Sean,
in. Let's
come
sub
on.
out. Pass
Come
the
on.
baton.
Pass the baton. Andy
We
Alva's
just
in the
both
building.
brushed our teeth. We're ready.
Oh my god, I need to do that. I smell
Brushed them
myself
so
right now.
good. I mean, my butt still smells, but my mouth is good.
This is the perks. This is the perks of not having a shower. Is
Yeah.
you're gonna miss a couple days.
You're gonna miss. I mean, you're gonna miss. I could have showered last night, but I chose to like hang out instead.
We're like, should we shower or should we drink beers
just
and
like hang out in the van and we're gonna hang out.
we're gonna hang out in the
I'm
van.
gonna skip the shower.
We were bonding hard last night.
It was good.
It was a 4 a.m. bond.
It was good.
It was good. I'm always like right before the show. I'm like, I'm gonna go to bed early. I'm gonna sleep right when the bus starts calling, and we
Nope.
out there chugging beers and laughing and having a great time.
Having a good time. We're writing songs, or maybe we're just like writing dumb shit. Oh, we're just hanging out, talking about life.
How I was in San Diego during Easter. How was Easter with the
Oh.
band?
It was awesome.
What'd you guys do?
So, So we go to my dad's house, and all the kids are there, and they're Easter best. And here comes Floyd with his fucking 3-day-old
The kids
shirt.
in the fucking band in the bus is just parked in the back.
Oh God, it was hilarious.
I fucking
and
love it.
then we hid Easter eggs for the kids, and Floyd's out there with a beer in his hand, and he opens up one of the eggs and throws a $20 bill in there. And one of my nephews found it and was all stoked. That was
Of course,
pretty tight.
Daddy Warbucks over here,
Daddy
fucking
Nantucket.
Nantucket.
Fucking Nantucket.
Nantucket's throwing 20s. We're out here just trying to get by.
We're just, skating by.
I knew it was going to be a night when I saw the group text, and all I heard was, "We'll meet you at the Applebee's in 10 minutes."
Oh, God.
I was like, they're going to the fucking Applebee's.
We're going to Bees. We love Applebee's. Oh,
This band does love Applebee's.
We did
love
Easter
Applebee's.
all day, and then we went to Applebee's after.
I fucking love it.
It was pretty tight.
Are you having fun still?
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Yeah, I sleep really good on the bus.
Yeah, I do too. But we got doors got pounded on this morning, saying
Really?
like, "You can't park your bus here at the Planet Fitness." So I walked. So once I was up. But
I didn't hear shit.
I know you guys were
was
knocked
out,
the
dude.
fuck out. I tried to go to bed at 3:30 last night, and I was like kind of close, and then I passed out. But then I was like, "You ever like wake up just thirsty and
yeah.
hungry and have to take a piss?"
Oh, yeah.
So-
And then you're back up again.
And then you're back up.
And you're like eating, you're like,
I'm like eating someone's pasta. Whoever had pasta left
oh,
over.
that was so old.
Oh, really?
That was,
I was just
that was
handful-
like Cooney's pasta. Dude, it was like a week and a half.
Oh my god, I was kind of buzzed. I had to piss so bad, but I was so hungry that I just ate like it felt like an ice cube of pasta.
I was like, why is it still in here? But I mean, maybe somebody just thought it was someone else's, but it was definitely Cooney's when the first day of tour.
The first day
which
tour.
was like a week and a half ago.
That pasta's been there for 10 days.
Ooh, throw it away. But you didn't shit yourself.
Oh fuck. No, I didn't.
Okay, good.
Well, I'm pretty constipated right now.
Well,
Because
geez.
I need to be I need to be comfortable if I'm going to take a shit.
You got to be comfortable. What'd you say?
Yeah, like I can't. I'm very. Everything has to be perfect for me to take a shit.
Oh, like the temperature, right? You don't want to be in a shitty gas station
Yeah,
with
I can't do any of
like
that.
condoms on the floor. And
No,
shit.
I can't do
I
any
can
of
take a
that.
shit anywhere.
I don't care. That's a blessing. That's a blessing.
If I gotta go,
When you gotta go, you gotta go.
I mean, look out! I'm coming in. Scoot over.
This bus is moving.
It's happening. I don't care.
Well, it's been fun.
Yes,
I
it
think
has
we
been.
have one more week left, and then we get 4 days off, and then we do 420 Fest with Little
420.
Stranger and Beck.
Ooh.
I heard those tickets aren't selling that well, so please buy your tickets to Atlanta.
Please.
Come on, big festival.
420.
Don't let it get
It's
canceled. We
420.
need people to go to it.
Please.
Look who's here,
Please.
Dingus.
Look who's here.
Ladies and gentlemen, Floyd Kellogg's in the building.
this
Get
is
over
what-
here.
And I was just saying,
Come over.
this is what it feels
Feels
like in a day in the life of Floyd. I'm unshowered. I kind of
I know, we do feel like you right now.
How does it feel to be you?
How's it? I feel the same right now. I am in the part of the same struggle. All right,
No, it's
you guys
There's
think
no
you're
difference.
alone in your journey, but we are here together, and I stink too, and I'm not happy either.
Do you like the
I'm not ha-
So what you're saying is you're not happy all the time? Yeah.
I told Floyd, he thought it was prison when we were just in the hotels, but this is real prison.
Andrew
I'm in
Mitchell, Frasco
Penitentiary. I'm out there just waiting for you to wake up. I'm like, get over here.
This place is like the penitentiary's in a really nice place right now.
I know.
was
Santa
walking
Barbara's
around,
too nice.
Jesus, it makes Nantucket look like Wilkes-Barre or something.
Right as the sun's coming out, you ever felt him like kind of sneak into your bunk?
Well, I get a lot of like when you go by his bunk, like the shades a little open. And I just see this eyeball like looking out. It's like
And the blanket's just
Floyd.
the curtains moving.
I've got a twin bed, so I'm like always like, Floyd, come on, if just in
Is
case
that a
you
twin?
get. It's like it's bigger than yours.
It's got the height.
Yeah.
It's got the height.
Yeah, I'm like, I told you, if you ever want to cuddle, the bed is ready
This
for
has
you.
been great, guys. It's been a lot
Have a
of fun.
good one, Floyd. Later, Floyd. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for being here,
You know
Floyd.
who else I want to get up here? Logan. Where's Logan at? We have our new merch guy, Logan. Grab Logan in here. We have a new merch guy. What's up?
What's
up, Logan? How you doing?
I'm fucking couldn't be any better, dude.
Wow.
I'm
You're
living
on the
life.
podcast. You're
I'm
in the
here.
band. Do you still love us?
I love you guys more than ever.
How's it going, buddy? You're selling merch. You're our
great.
merch guy. You're feeling good?
Yeah, just talking to all the fans, and I love it. Making
What-
all the friends.
What are our fans like?
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, crazy like you guys. It's great.
Are
It's
they
like
are they friendly crazy? Are they giving you drugs? Are they trying to have you
all the above? They want
Have
to
you-
take me home.
You're about to have you had
could.
sex?
Yeah.
You've had sex?
On tour.
You've had sex on tour?
It's so cool, dude.
Let's fucking go.
Yeah, dude.
Live.
Would recommend. 10 out of 10.
You've made love? Mm-hmm. That was sneaky win.
The first time you guys brought me out in Omaha.
I'm so happy for you.
Whoops.
And you like a woman with a little more cushion for the
Yeah.
pushing.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
The girls need loving too.
I know.
I was raised by a good dad. Fat bottom girls, make the rock and roll go around. So I love the big girls.
I'm clapping. He loves them. He loves the big girls. I do too. What? Logan, so
Yo.
tell me, what else is going on? Are you ready to go home yet? You've been on the road with Joe Hurtler for a little bit.
Yeah,
Is it time to go home?
No, not at all.
You love the road.
Yeah, I'm a road dog. Give me a whole year of touring, and I'm there.
I fucking love it. Speaking of making love, we have Carter Cruz on the podcast. She's an old porn star.
Oh.
Now DJ.
Sick.
And we
Oh.
met her on the Bert Kreischer tour. She was so cool.
I'll have to look her up.
She loves talking about anything we were wanted to talk about, and it's pretty fascinating how she was paralleling the porn industry and the music industry.
Interesting. That'd
You
been
into
fun.
porn?
Yeah.
Like
Who
what kind
isn't?
of porn do you watch?
POV?
POV?
Yeah.
Like what?
I'm
What-
a camera guy,
So you watch the POV.
Yeah.
So you can't fuck with anything that's like
No.
4 camera. You want
No.
that one camera.
One
you want that
camera,
raw
shaky
dog.
cam.
We love it.
Let's give it.
Let's fucking get it. Well, Logan, I'm so proud I'm so proud of you.
Thanks, Dad.
Go out there. Go make us some money.
Yeah. That's
And
what I do best.
keep doing it. Do it.
Yeah, thanks
I
for
love
having
you. Ladies and gentlemen, Logan's on the fucking thing. Let's go. He's here. All right, guys. We have Carter Cruz on the podcast. We are really excited for this one. She's awesome. Me and Nick met her on the Bert Kreischer cruise. She was on tour when the Fully Loaded. She was a DJ. She's a great DJ, like fantastic DJ. And she started her career as doing adult films. She graduated. Didn't even graduate. I think she left college and said, you know what, I'm going to do this. And she was kicking ass in that career. And then she kind of got burnt out from it and became a DJ. And she's got OnlyFans. But she was a huge porn star back in the day. I think you're going to really love this interview. She's so cool. She's so humble. And it's going to be a fun one. But if you want to watch this interview live on volume.com, make sure you check it out. Go to volume.com. It has everything you need, literally everything you need. If you're a listener, you can watch all these archived live streams of your favorite bands. They have so many, and our podcast is archived over there. We just signed our contract with them. We're back with Volume, baby. Let's go. Shout out to Greg. Beautiful time to be alive. And then what else? And then if you are a content creator, the best part about being part of Volume is that the push notification. We need to take the power back. Facebook and Instagram was down today. You couldn't get any of your stuff to your people. And what if you had to promote a show? What if you were doing a sale or something? We got to take the power back. If you sign up for volume.com as a content creator, we can build a fan base, and it is your fan base. No bullshit. No window scrolling to hopefully that your favorite artist is posting something. Right when they post something, your fans get a push notification that says, yo, Frasco is live streaming, or yo, Goose is twerking, whatever it is. And you will get a push notification, and you get to watch everything you need. So head to volume.com, and the staff is amazing. Constantine came out to my show in L.A. The crew came out to my show. They're just super supportive. That was a fucking blast. Shout out to everyone who came to the Fonda. Shout out to everyone who came to San Diego. San Diego was a fucking blast. That was a great show, too. This tour's been good. I was skeptical about it. I'm like, fuck. it's like we're getting accustomed to these, playing for thousands of people every night. We're like, oh fuck, ticket sales were low. But if you change the perspective on it and say, wow, this is good for the first time we're getting bigger crowds in the West Coast, then you could change your mind state of how you feel things. It's all about perspective, people. So what are you going to do out there? You're going to just marinate in shit all day and feel bad that things aren't going the way it's planned? Or are you going to change that lens, baby? Change it. Clean that lens to make sure that you can have a good day. Say, not today, devil. I'm not going to let nobody, the music industry, even though the music industry is bullshit, I'm not going to let it fucking hurt my day, because today is going to be a good day. It's all about perspective. All right, guys. Enjoy Carter Cruise, and I'll catch you next week. We have a pretty big show next week. Who's next week? Ryan Miller from Guster. That should be fun. And then Nick, and I get to see Nikki. And then I got to fly to Nashville to write another song with Galbuta. We're playing 420 Fest on 420. And then we start the Southeast tour. Guys, buy tickets. We're in Savannah on the 23rd. We are in Winston-Salem, North Carolina on the 24th. We are in Athens, Georgia on the 25th at the Georgia Theater. We're really excited at that. We are doing 2 nights in Charleston, South Carolina at the Poorhouse. We're really excited. That's Johnny Shields' birthday. We got to do something nice for John's birthday, Bo. Remind me. We got to do something nice for John Shields' birthday on the 27th. Let's do something cool. Let's get him a stripper or something. And then we have a couple days off. And then Jazz Fest. We're playing April 30th at the House of Blues. We have a killer stacked lineup sitting in with us. We have Daniel Donato. We got the Dogs in the Pile Boys. We got who do we else we have? Maggie Rose. She's fucking blowing up. I'm so proud of Maggie. She's fucking killing it. And then I have a couple other people that I don't want to tell you yet, but we got some nice surprises. Then we're off to Florida. Yes, the land that reggae built. On Wednesday, May 1st, we're in Pensacola, Florida. That show's almost... guys, I'm going to clap up for Florida. Y'all almost sold out this shit. I fucking love you. Pensacola, May 1st. Tampa, Florida is already sold out. This is the first sellout in advance, and we got it in Tampa, Florida. Shout out to Tampa, Florida on May 2nd. May 3rd, we're in Stuart, Florida. I don't know where the fuck Stuart, Florida is, but that sounds good. And that's the day we release the single, I Found God at a Festival with Little Stranger. You're going to love that music video. It is so fun. May 4th, we're playing in Miami, Florida, and May 5th, we're in Jacksonville, Florida. Yes, and then that following week, May 11th, I am doing a duo show in Peoria. That show's, I think, sold out. There might be like 50 tickets left or 100 tickets left. Bayless and Frasco. Brendan Bayless and I will be doing a duo set. Yes, my first acoustic show. We're ready. He sent me the songs he wants me to learn. I got to learn I'm learning Humphrey songs. Take that, Joel Cummings. Yep, I'm coming for your gig. I'm not coming for your gig. But yeah, it's going to be a blast. So Peoria at Kenny's West Side. Grab some tickets. We love you. All right, that's it. That's all this. And then we're going on tour with Dogs in a Pile and Pigeons Playing Ping Pong, which those tickets are selling amazing too. Guys, thanks for supporting us. I love it. You guys are out here showing us so much love. You guys are coming out to like multiple shows, and I can't thank you enough. The band thanks you too, and thanks for helping us pay for this bus. Because if we didn't get a bus, I think we'd probably break up. It's hard. We're out here though. All right, guys, I love you. We wouldn't break up, but we'd be really angry at each other because we wouldn't get any sleep, and we're getting old. All right, guys, enjoy Carter Cruise, and I'll catch you next week with Ryan. I'm trying to get Nick on one of these Skypes. I'll try to get him on next week. All right, love you. Bye. All right, Carter Cruise.
Hey.
What's up, bud?
Are we on film?
We're filming.
Oh, yeah, we are. Oh, hi. Okay.
Yeah, but mostly people listen to it on Apple Podcasts. We just got to make our sponsors happy.
I was waiting. How my level? Is it good?
Yeah, you're perfect.
Oh, perfect.
How's it going?
Pretty good, you know?
Tell me about this DJ life. You loving it?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
How many years you been doing it?
About 10 professionally, but a
Really?
little longer than that as a hobby.
What got you into it?
I actually started off as just like a little raver kid, like back in college. But the first time I ever heard a dubstep song, it changed my whole fucking life.
What song was
Kind
it?
of same.
I think it was a Skrillex song. I'm pretty sure it was Scary Spiders and Ice Sprites.
Had to be.
I'm pretty sure it was one of those like that he first came out with when that was all popping. And I was like, what the fuck is this? I need to hear all of this stuff. And so then I started just going to raves and I was go-go dancing at some shows.
Yeah.
And then, you know, I just kind of from there started like finding all this music and I'd be going to all the frat parties in college being like, you guys got to trap music is about to be the next biggest genre. And everyone's like, what is this? And I was like, no, it's going to be huge. And sure enough,
You were right.
2012,
You were right.
It took the world by storm.
We back, baby. Let's go.
So I just kind of, and I just wanted to be the person who was playing the music instead of just the person who was dancing to
Here
it.
comes
you know?
Hero Bust.
Do people like go to your shows who don't like know that you're a DJ now? They're like, God, I recognize that person from somewhere.
Yeah, I was telling my agent the other day how often it is that people go, you look so familiar. And I'm always like, oh, I just have one of those faces. I always say one of that. And, but usually people, the thing I get all the time is people go, oh, I know where I know you from. And I'm like, oh no. And they're like, oh, you look like Miley Cyrus, which I do not, but I will happily take it because she's hot as fuck.
Yeah.
I
Right.
am thrilled.
She's a
to be-
fucking babe.
I'm
dude.
thrilled to be mistaken for that, but that's not why they recognize me. And I know they'll probably realize it like a few weeks later. And they'll be like, oh, yeah, it's not because she looked like Miley Cyrus.
Yeah, my friend Rianne, she works on the boat, and there's like so many couples who wanted to have like a throuple with you.
Oh, yeah. She's
wearing
her.
the shirt.
Yeah, she's wearing the shirt.
Not
She's wearing
Carter
I'm
Cruz.
not Carter Cruz.
Yeah, her and Catherine too, which is funny because I told Catherine, I was like, well, one day you're going to have like 1 million Netflix specials and I'm going to get to tell people that like there was
Right.
one weekend where people thought that like you were me.
Right.
It's got to be wild, you know. It's like is there like creepy dudes? Like, do you have to deal with like a lot of creepy dudes or anything or?
Not too much, you know? I feel like people always assume the worst. They think it's like going to be really bad. Sometimes people feel a little too comfortable, but I
Right.
think that can happen with anyone. Like
Like
whether,
what? How comfortable? Like what? Give me an example.
just like, you know, you're like, you talk to someone, but then it's like, okay, we've been talking for like 20 minutes. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like I didn't come here with you. I'm here
Right.
with my friends kind
Yeah.
of thing. But I mean, I think that can happen with anyone who like, especially with the comics. I think that's a common
Right.
thing because people feel like they know
They
you.
feel so
right?
connected.
Right,
Because you've told
been
them your whole
vulnerable
life.
to
Yeah.
them in some way or
Yeah.
another, and so they feel connected to you. They feel, which is great. I love that. I want people to feel comfortable with me, but yeah, occasionally, but it's usually not creepy. I mean, I travel all the time by myself. I tour alone pretty much all the time, and it's usually just the main thing that will happen to me is I get overwhelmed by this social stimulation. Not that I'm ever worried for my safety.
Yeah.
You know?
When did you start like going into like sex work and stuff?
In college.
In college?
Yeah.
What, at Eastern Carolina?
Yeah, I was in my second senior year.
Really?
Yeah.
I had one of those.
Second senior year.
Yeah, we everyone does that at
Yeah.
ECU. They kind of make it impossible.
They call it a
graduate
victory
in 4
lap.
years. Yeah, they make it really hard there to graduate in 4 years. But yeah, I just got into it in college. It was like then I dropped out my last semester because
You were making bank.
I'm making money.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
I didn't really want to go to college anyway. My parents like made me go, and I didn't know what else I was supposed to do, so I went. But the minute I had money, I was like, it doesn't really matter what they think.
Yeah,
because,
right.
I don't need them anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, I do need them. Love you, mom and dad. For emotional support, you know.
No, it's so fascinating because like I grew up in the Valley where they made porn, and that was like the summer jobs I was getting was just working at.
You ever been on a set?
I've been on the set. I've been on multiple sets. Just I haven't like.
So
my
you know
dick's
how
not,
casual it is.
Yeah, it's casual. And like, but I thought it was a fascinating. Like all the girls who were doing sex work were rolling in like BMWs, and then the dudes were rolling in like 92 Jettas and like Civics. I'm like, the queens are making money in this thing.
Yeah, it is. It is an industry where you can actually make more money as a woman to a certain point.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say one thing with the male performers is that they have more longevity with their careers.
Really?
Yeah, because you do get like, I mean, they can be much older and they can do a lot more scenes a day.
Yeah.
Like if you're like, when you're a woman, you have to go and get your makeup done. You got to take all these like promo photos, all that stuff. the guys, they can come in right before the scene starts.
Yeah. Their
face might not be
they'll do
even in
3
it.
scenes a day. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and then once people know you can perform and they like rely on you, they know you're a really good male performer, then, you know, you're getting paid the same as the highest paid girls. And you're also able to do multiple scenes a day. So it's, in the beginning, it's much better for women.
Yeah.
It's really rough for guys.
Is it
but-
exhausting?
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Like, yeah, aren't you, it's like it's got to be the hardest working thing.
I was telling Leanne last night, my longest day on set was 23 hours.
Oh my God.
What? Oh, can you go?
No overtime.
Oh my! So 23 hours. Like, what's happening?
Not
Like
union,
how many
apparently.
different shoots? Like, what?
It was two scenes, but we were shooting a whole movie, so there was dialogue and all that stuff, and there was other people shooting scenes, so I had like downtime. But yeah, I think I got there at like 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, and I think we wrapped around 6 a.m. the next morning.
I would have
And-
cried.
Oh, I burst into tears the minute they said cut on the
Yeah.
second scene. I just instantly started sobbing.
Like panic attack. Like,
Yeah, I was really, and I'm pretty laid back about things, and I can like go for a long time, but that was too much. All
Yeah.
the crew was just hugging me, going, "I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry." I was
my
It sounds like
I'm
Vietnam.
like,
or
this is
something.
the worst day of my life.
did it desensitize sex for you?
No, not so much. I think one thing is like mentally, like when you have sex, you're trying to get out of your head, right?
Right.
You want to like forget about everything else that's going on in your
Right.
life. And when you're shooting, you tend to, you're always thinking because
Right.
you're thinking about the lights, the angles, like you're thinking about where are we going to go? What position are we going to move to after? How are we going to get there? You're always thinking about something. And so
Right.
that was the hardest thing for me to get over, I think, was just turning off my brain again.
Right.
Learning to just like relax and not worry about, oh, you don't have to perform. You don't have to worry about any of those things. You can just enjoy it, you know?
What are the parallels between sex work and DJing? There's got to be, because you're over and you're thinking about the next song while you can't even enjoy the other song because you're always thinking about the next BPM, right?
Yeah, it's a little bit of that, right? Well, I guess it's you're doing things that are so fucking fun,
I
but
know.
they're still a job, right?
Right, exactly.
And there's definitely a grind to it.
Right.
The exhaustion, the physical output of it, which I mean, you're a performer, so you understand, you know?
Exhaustion. I cry like when I have to do 3 hours. You know, I'm in the jam band scene. You know, I talked to Marcus about this. We're like, after we do a 2-hour set, we're just like, fuck, dude. We just want to do a 45-minute set. You know? It's like,
2 hours is my max.
yeah.
I can't do more than, I mean, I'll do 2 hours if it's like a private party where you're kind of background music, but if I'm full on performing the whole time, I mean, I just can't.
Yeah.
I can't physically.
75 minutes. That's
Yeah,
okay.
I mean, 90 is good. But like
Yeah.
2 hours, I mean, that's like, I'm jumping up and down the whole time.
Yeah, you're
That's
fucking
cardio.
You're like a
Yeah, yeah,
bunny
yeah.
rabbit,
Like,
dude.
I don't really work out either, so it's like,
There's no 8 a.m.
I'm like, it's crazy I can even do that.
No 8 a.m.
It
to
seems like
6
that'd
a.m.
be more
sets.
exhausting than sex work.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
jumping up and down like fucking doing BPM
Well, and
work.
the thing with sex work too is if you're working with like a top male talent, you don't really have to do much of anything.
Right.
They kind of just do it to you. You just all you have to do is just be positive and just go along with it. So
Yeah.
it's pretty much like when they're really, really good, they're holding you, they're putting you, you don't even have to think about what you're doing. So
my
in a
God.
way, DJing is like more physically exhausting.
Yeah, because you're using so much of your brain to find out what's your theory on set lists? Like, do you pick like when you're on the Fully Loaded tour and like where people fall? Yeah, cheers, dude. Cheers. I don't have a. You want to throw me a beer, bud? We got a little time, but like you're on tour, like arena tour as a DJ. Was that just fucking so surreal or what?
Is absolutely unhinged to me.
Cheers, bud.
Cheers.
Was it surreal?
I have a liquid death.
It was. Hey, it's all good. Same thing. It was extremely surreal. The first day of the tour, I cried.
Yeah.
I cried all day.
It's like 10,000 people
I was
every
really
night.
stressed. Yeah, and I had no idea. Everyone just said, "You're amazing. Do whatever you want. You'll be
Right.
perfect." And I was like, I've never done anything like this.
Yeah.
This is so high pressure. But now I feel a little bit more comfortable. But I mean, at least like opening for Bert. But this cruise was completely different.
Right.
Because I thought it was going to be more that kind of like background music like I
Right.
usually do for Bert.
Yeah.
And obviously it was.
No,
like,
you're doing
it's been-
four.
You're a
it's-
set.
It's been
Yeah.
lit. I don't know if you.
I went
have
both
been
ways.
We
lit.
went last
Yeah.
night with Syph with you.
Yeah.
Holy shit,
It's
that was
been
lit.
crazy, and I was not expecting that. So I had to really like the first night. I was like, I'm going through like trying to think like where am I gonna go from here? Like
Yeah.
what am I gonna play?
Right.
Yeah. And like having Syph as like your side, the duo as a DJ, like doing two DJs, I never understood it at first. But then as I started watching more these like, you know, double DJs, I'm like, oh shit, they're both working. They're both mixing. They're both like picking songs. Like how different of a set do you do when Syph's there versus, or like when you have a double DJ versus by yourself?
Well, I mean, when you're playing with somebody else, you got to be kind of more in tune with them,
Yeah.
right? So if it's just me, I'm gonna do whatever I want, right? But like with Sypha, I would say like I'm gonna go way more hip hop because
Yeah.
that's what he likes to play. But usually, if I'm playing with another DJ, we tend to go more house because it's easier to mix back to back
Right.
if you don't know someone
Everything's
else's song.
120 to 130.
But Sypha and I weren't really mixing back to back since we were on different setups. So we were kind of doing like,
Right.
you get a few minutes, I get a few minutes.
Cool.
But usually when you go back to back, you're on the same setup. And so you're having to mix into the previous DJ's song. And you may have never heard that song before.
Right.
So, you know, you can sit there and you can hear in your ear, okay, that sounds like it's in the right key. I can mix that in. But you don't know, you can see their waveform.
Yeah.
So, you know, you can see like, all right, I'll be like, that's the drop. I can see where the outro is. I can get an idea of the song structure.
Right.
But you don't know for sure. So a lot of times you're just going in blind and you're just,
Have you fumbled a couple times?
all the time. It
What was the
happens-
worst drop you've ever done? Do you remember
Biggest
it?
train wreck
like
ever.
biggest
What-
train wreck cringe.
Honestly, it's never been that. It's never been that bad because I'll tell you the best lesson someone taught me like when I was first starting to like DJ. The best lesson anyone ever taught me is if it sounds bad, get the fuck out of one of the tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't matter if you're. Some people try to force it. You know, they're like, if you can't. Sometimes like you're having trouble getting it on beat. You know, and if it just sounds bad, just cut one of them.
Maybe it
just
sounds
get
bad
out
for
of
a
one of them
reason.
because
Yeah.
the worst thing, most people won't realize that there's just like a weird like kind of like just a little intro for a minute, but they will hear if it's you know people are gonna hear that and it's gonna like really like fuck up the vibe. So I just anytime it's like not working, it's more for me disappointing because I have these really cool blends that I'm doing for like a minute long, and sometimes I fuck them up, and I know to the crowd it doesn't matter at all, but to me I'm like, oh, that would have been so sick if I didn't fuck up.
Are you a perfectionist?
A little bit, yeah. A little
Dude,
bit.
it's so DJing. You know, I respect it more and more as I get more involved with it because like we're homies with like we're from Denver. We live in Denver, so like all the like Grizz and Big G and all these guys who are kind of mixers and producers. It's mind boggling how much time it takes to having the right blend, right?
Right.
So like, are you out there always looking for new sounds, or like, how do you approach a new set? Like, how do you approach like new blends? Are you always like crate digging from vinyls and stuff? Like, what's your philosophy for that?
I do like crate digging days where I just go and download like 200 songs. You got to go through all those. And then I start slowly mixing those into like different sets, right? Like, you know, you're not going to try all of them at once. Although I have done that in a few sets.
Right.
Just have like a bunch of songs I've never heard. And
Just
you're
a BPM and a key.
Yeah, you're just guessing. You're like,
What did Beatport? Yeah, what did Beatport send me today? Yeah.
So there's a little bit of that. And wait, where was I going with this? What was it? How do I
crate
approach the
digging.
set?
Yeah, like are you always looking for new stuff? Like,
And also always looking to how I can mix like different things together. So that's usually what I do on flights.
Yeah.
When I'm like flying to a gig, I just sit for like, you know, the entire flight and I just play around mixing things.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, ooh. Because at the end of the day, I could always just freestyle it. You usually have depending on the genre, an 8 to 16 bar intro at least. You could just do it like that. You know, in hip hop, sometimes you can just hard cut it. So you just, you're not even like, no one else is really hearing that mix. You're just into it. But I just sit there and so you don't need to do that, but I want to do that. So I just sit there and I try different things. And, you know, you understand because, you know, as musicians, you hear it. So sometimes I'll be hearing a song and I go, oh, that would make so dope with the vocal of this other track. Because you can kind of hear it in your head because it's like the same key, like chords and everything like that.
it's fucking wild. musicians, your friends, we're close with Briley King, and Marcus is one of our closest friends and stuff. I've always was curious about this because she was a singer. Did she know you were a porn star in college, or were you friends back then?
Well, so we lived together in the sorority house my sophomore year, which I was actually in my sorority. When I went to college, I was pre-law.
Yeah. Shut the fuck up. Really?
Yeah, I was trying to be a politician.
I'm going to clap to that. Let's go. Damn.
DJing and being senator are different.
Well, because my parents told me I needed to get a real dream. So that was, to me, politician seemed like I wanted to be a performer, and I don't know, pretty close.
Yeah, that's the same thing.
So I was really lame in my sorority. I had a boyfriend from high school, and so I was taking extra hours. I had to get approval from the school to take 21 hours. I went to the gym twice a day. I was incredibly disciplined. And Riley used to get so mad at me because my alarm clock would go off at 7 a.m. every day because I always had 8 a.m.s. And I don't wake up. I'm a hard sleeper. So I had to have it far from my bed, and it's a loud ass alarm.
So you have to get out to turn it off.
And I lived in a room with 7 girls,
Right.
and Riley was on the other end of the room. And every morning, because she would always be going out, and she was always like, "Shut the fuck up,
Bitch, wake up!"
Yeah.
She was
I can
always-
see her. I've seen her chew out some people,
Oh,
dude.
yeah, no,
Really?
She scares the fuck
dude,
out of me.
she's scary.
She's scary.
I've seen her
I
go.
love you,
No,
Briley,
I'm scared
but-
of her.
I would never fuck with Briley.
Yeah, no, I was
yeah.
terrified of her, and we just really didn't have anything in common. And everyone in my sorority thought I was because I never really went out.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not that I wasn't how I am now. I was obviously always like this, but I was just focused, on something I want. And when I'm a goal oriented person,
Right.
so when I get focused, I forget about all the other
Right.
stuff. So I was just doing what I was doing. And it wasn't until, after college that we kind of connected.
So you graduated?
I did not. I have 14 hours left.
Oh my! Shut the fuck up. You're like, so how's that conversation with your mom and dad saying, "Mom, I'm not going to finish school. I'm actually going to be a porn star."
Well, my dad did make me pay for the last semester of school I didn't finish.
Really?
I got the money. Don't worry.
He was always like, "I'll pay if you go in state. I'll pay for school." And then he was
Right.
like, "All right." And I was like, "That's fair. I'll pay for it." But it was in-state school. It
Yeah.
wasn't a big deal. But honestly, I'm kind of a hard ass, so I just told them, "This is what I'm doing. I've thought it through. I have a plan."
Right.
I know this sounds insane, but I have really thought it through because I knew I was going to do music after that. I knew I was going to use it.
Oh, so you had your whole life planned.
I had everything planned out. I wanted the money, and I wanted the freedom that I knew that the adult industry would bring me,
Yeah.
So that's what it was, and I knew I could do well at it.
Yeah.
It wasn't I do love sex. I think I'm a very sexually curious person, so that did definitely appealed to me.
Yeah.
But it wasn't my dream was to be a porn star. It was just my dream was to have freedom and to be a performer
And that was the
and to
easiest
work
way
in
to get it.
entertainment.
Yeah.
And
Right.
honestly, that's what I love, acting and performing so much that to me, porn was that's the closest thing I could easily get to.
Yeah.
What it was I didn't have any money to move to LA and
No.
spend 6 months going to auditions
Right.
for TV shows, getting told no. I didn't have that ability, but I could take my clothes off and send pictures into an agency, and they were like, "Yeah, we'll fly you out right now." That's easy as shit.
How was the approach?
Yeah.
What was the first thing? Did someone tell you hey, you should do porn? Or you're like, I think I could do this. Did you film yourself? How does that process?
I read an interview with this. It's kind of all started because I read an interview with a porn star that had used her kind of clout and money to she actually DJ'd for a while too, and now has a bunch of has a clothing company, a jewelry company, all this stuff. And I was like, wait, this is cool. I was just read an interview with her, just happened to pop up it was on Vice.
Wow.
And so
Oh.
I just read some interviews, and I was like, wait, I'd never seen a porn in my life.
Yeah.
Literally never. Not because I
You
wasn't.
just use your imagination.
Exactly.
When you're,
Well, growing up, we had the family computer. I wasn't gonna. I was in the living room.
your mom's like, what the fuck's on AOL today?
Yeah, so I learned to use my own brain, and so even once I had my own laptop and stuff, I just didn't really ever think about using porn like that. And so I had all these interviews with these girls, and I was like, these girls have a dope life. Like, I could do that. So I watched exactly one
What's the porn? What was the porn?
It's called Portrait of a Call Girl. But little did I know, the guy who directed it, he actually only directed 2 movies ever, and they both won tons of awards. The other one that he made, Wasteland, I think is like, I bought it, and I don't really watch porn. I own it because I think it's just an amazing.
It's like beautifully shot and stuff.
It's great, and the way they shot Wasteland, I'll say like. So, usually in a lot of porn movies, they do like 10 minutes of dialogue, it's like 10 minutes of sex. It's very formulaic.
Right.
Wasteland was shot the scenes were fully shot, like 30-minute scenes, but they only put about 5 minutes of the sex
that's cool.
into the DVD. So if you buy the DVD, you can watch the full scenes. But when you're watching the movie, because I'm like, I don't want to watch 4 30-minute sex scenes.
Right. It's like 2 hours. It's just Titanic, bitch. I don't have 3 hours.
And the only one at the very end, the longer, like the kind of culmination scene is the one they have the longest. So it's kind of a tease the whole time. And I haven't seen another movie like that, like really ever. And happened to watch the artsiest porn that's ever been made. And I said, I could do that.
Oh my God.
And then I found out that it's not like that.
Yeah.
Day one, they're like, okay, so this is your stepbrother.
Why is incest so popular right now? What's going on with that?
So
what do you think?
I have a theory about that. I think that, sorry, I feel like when I turn to you, it's kind of going this way.
Oh, you're good.
My theory about that is that we have like fetishized shame about sex, because like usually like most people aren't given a safe space to explore their sexuality when they're like a child, when they're like going through puberty and all that stuff.
Right.
So it's just like the person who develops a stalking fetish because the first time they ever got a boner, it was because they saw their teacher's legs in stockings, right?
Right. Oh, yeah.
And now that's plugged into their sexuality, right? And I think that most people feel ashamed the first few times they jerk off, they get a boner, they get wet, whatever it is, And I think that we turn that into, we fetishized the taboo because of that. So it's not like, I mean, even I can get behind some like step porn.
Stepmom, maybe.
So like, and it's not that, I don't think most people, I mean, I'm not saying no one, I'm sure there's a few people. Most people are not watching it because they're like, oh yeah, I always want to bang my stepmom.
For sure. Yeah.
They would be like, no, that's weird. I don't want to do that in real life. It's a fantasy.
I just scroll till you can't see the title. Yeah. And then it can be whatever you want.
See,
you know what I mean?
I actually get kind of annoyed about it sometimes because sometimes they'll be like, oh, it's a stepbrother porn, but then they don't really like do that during the scene, and I'm like,
just for the algorithm or something,
right,
probably.
Exactly. And I'm like, no, I actually was in the mood to see some weird shit. So like,
exactly,
you got to do it throughout the scene. So I think that people feel comfortable when they feel a little disgusted with themselves, which is interesting.
So it's the Catholic Church's fault, is what you're saying.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. I blame religion for that, or like I think America, kind of put a shame on sex. Like you don't really see that in Europe as much as you see that in America, where like we're just such a prude country in itself that like everything is shunned. What the fuck am I saying?
What? Shunned.
Yeah, everything is shunned because if it's not, it's like I was just talking to this with Catherine about art too. Like everyone says, "Oh yeah, so what are you actually gonna do?" Like we're actually artists.
Yeah,
It's like, why are you shunning on art? Like people don't think art as like a main form of identity when everyone needs art. Doesn't matter what type of art you're doing.
I think a lot of people are projecting.
Yeah.
They're projecting because they never tried to do anything.
Oh, and they jealous hoes. They know they want to do it too.
They regret not even failing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's better to fail.
Yeah.
At least try and fail. And I think that there's a lot of people out there that are 45 in middle America that I went to high school with that are like, what are you going to do with your life? And it's like, I'm doing it, bitch.
Yeah.
And they're just kind of mad because they never really even risked anything,
I was telling someone the other day, someone asked me, they said like, what do you think's like how do you get to do what you do? Like to every day, like that's your main job. Like I don't have a day job.
Sure.
This is all I do. How do you get there. And I'm like, well, you just don't stop.
Yeah, exactly.
That's literally it. Like, that's the biggest thing I've learned because, and I think for me, it's once I did porn, and this was a big freeing thing about doing it, is that you're going to live with that your entire life.
Yeah.
And I knew that going in. I was very aware of that. And I think that was almost an appeal to me. Because for a lot of people, like maybe you could move out to LA and you could try to do music for a few months and it doesn't work out. So you move back to your hometown and you get a job at your dad's business or whatever. You have that back plan. I didn't have that. Like the thing I was doing before was to go into law and be a politician. I mean, I'm not saying I could never do that having done sex work, but it's not, it would be pretty much a first time ever in the United States.
Right.
So it's not a common thing. Yeah. And I can't go to any normal job and say, like, what am I going to tell them I've been doing for the last, 10 years?
I'd be comfortable with Senator Cruz. I'm down with that. I'm okay with that.
I mean, I'm not saying it's off the table. It's still in the back of my mind. It's still, but but it's not an easy fallback plan.
No,
And I will never have an easy fallback plan because I did sex work. And to me, that's been, while there have been times I have realized this and sobbed on my floor, of my apartment in Los Angeles, just lying there going, oh my God, I fucked up my life. Like, there's been those times, of course. Right. But there's also this amazing free feeling of just knowing that, like, I literally don't have really another option. So the only thing to do is to keep fucking doing it.
Yeah,
and
being
just
yourself.
keep trying, keep doing new things.
Yeah.
And I think, during the pandemic, I was like basically unemployed for a year.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I did consider getting my my real estate license.
Well, let's go.
As most hot girls do, as we
Right. And failed musicians, by the way. There's plenty of those too.
I know a bunch of musicians.
I
who
watched
got their real
Selling
estate
Sunset.
license.
I'm like, I could do that. It's kind of like me watching a porn. I could do that.
Right.
But so I did go. I've gone through those times where I've gone like maybe it's time to figure out something that has more security. But I don't really know what that thing is that I could actually do. So we just keep fucking doing it, and that's why I'm
If
here.
you're not laying on the floor and crying in shame at least once every 6 months, you're probably not in the right business.
Or you're not an artist.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not an artist. As I was telling my friend the other day, because he was going through something like that, and he's, sometimes I feel so good about everything I'm making, and sometimes I hate everything.
Right.
And I'm like, yeah, welcome to being a creative.
Yeah, right.
Like we all feel like
I'm sure
that.
I'm sure accountants feel like that. I'm sure parents feel like that. I don't think that's like, I think that's everybody. So you might as well just do what you want to do.
Well, people feel up and down, but it's different when you're bearing your soul, you're being vulnerable. Like an accountant, you're going in, you know exactly what you're doing every day. Like you don't have to wake up and go like, what can I create out of my own body, brain, and then if other people don't like it, it's so much more hurtful. If people don't like you as an accountant, well, it's like probably because you didn't do a good job. But like if people don't like your music, it doesn't mean that you didn't make good music.
Yeah.
It just might mean that it didn't resonate with them,
Yeah, for
So
sure.
it's
And I always believed, like, if you're even considering a backup plan, you're not giving your full dream a full effort.
Yeah.
If you're always just thinking of failure, you're not giving your dream a chance because you're always thinking that it's gonna fail in the first place, right?
And I've seen so many people do that, like in Los Angeles, especially in music.
Yeah.
And I always get so disappointed because I meet the most talented people and they don't want to put anything out. They need it to be perfect. And I'm like, it's never going to be perfect. You're honestly never going to like it because I'm sure you guys understand this. Like, you even if you make the perfect song,
Right.
by the time you release it, you probably are going to fucking hate it. So it doesn't matter. Like, just fucking put it out.
Right.
It's not like people are going to be like, oh, remember 20 years ago? Like, if no one heard it or cared about it, then just like take it off Spotify and release new stuff. Like, it's okay. Like, you don't need to.
Also,
I think people are overthinking art in their, like, they're just hypercritical about, or their self-esteem or like putting something out. And when they just, I think it's, if you think it's good, just put it out.
Right.
Yeah.
No, that's why.
Even if you don't think it's good.
I'm gonna throw shit at the wall. I mean, I did an EP a couple years ago when I was like first learning to produce, and it's kind of like, I don't even know what genre to call it. It's kind of pop, kind of electro. It's kind of electro pop, I guess. I sang on all the tracks, and I don't know. I will never play it in my sets, except someone did make a really dope remix of one of them, which I do occasionally play. But I would never really play it out. I don't even know when you would listen to a lot of it. But I was just so proud that I did it. To me, it was a learning experience. And there is a few people, like even one of my personal friends, she loves one of the songs. And she listens to it. She's probably like the only person who actually listens to it. Right. And she just loves that track. And I really like it too. To me, it is cool as hell. I think it's dope. But I don't know. I wouldn't play it. I don't even like just listen to it randomly. But I'm so proud of it. And it's so cool that I know that there's one person out there, not just because she's my friend, she actually genuinely likes the song. And that's really cool to me. And I put it out. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, fuck it.
Because there's someone out there who likes it. And at the end of the day, I'm just proud I made it. And that's okay. It doesn't need to be a hit.
Let's fucking go. This is what I'm talking about. We're moving, Queen. I know you got to go here. So I got 2 more questions. What was more intimidating? The first time walking onto a porn shoot or the first time getting on stage and being a DJ?
Oh, man. Oh, my God. I don't know. I would consider them to be pretty equal. My first porn scene ever was actually in a nightclub. I don't know.
Really?
There's a thing called In the VIP. I don't think they do it anymore. It was Reality Kings used to do it. It was at the Hard Rock in Fort Lauderdale. Kimbo Slice.
Are you from
produced
Florida?
it. No,
Oh, Kimbo?
No, yeah,
I fucking love Kimbo, dude. I remember Kimbo. I remember that guy.
There was 200 people there. It's a full ass club.
Oh
but
my
only 4
God.
people. have
It's like
sex.
actually open and everything. It's not simulated. It's like actually.
Yeah. There's the whole club's full, but everyone's like, there to work. But
Right.
But there's only 4 people that are actually having sex: 2 guys, 2 girls. So it's supposed to be a club scene that then people start fucking, whatever. And usually when people do that scene, they work as an extra first. And then you get put on as a main. But that was my first day, really.
That's intimidating
in
as
the
fuck.
industry. Oh yeah, no, I went to the bathroom and I cried.
Yeah.
I literally, I started sobbing. I was like, I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing here. Like, I'm just a little college girl from North Carolina. Like,
Oh my God. How old were you?
22, I guess.
Wow.
And I was panicking. But me, I grew up being a dancer, so I have a very strong sense of like just responsibility, work ethic.
Right.
And I went to the bathroom and I was like, I wanted to go home, but I'm like, but I can't because like everyone's here.
Yeah.
They're all gonna be so mad at me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm freaking out. And so I just go in the bathroom and I gave myself a pep talk. I'm like, you're gonna go out there and you're gonna fucking do it. And then luckily the other girl who was working there that day, she was it was her last scene in the business. And she was about to retire. And
What
so
advice she give you?
Oh, she was just so sweet. She like grabbed my hand. She said, listen, like, you're with me. Like, if you need anything, like, I got you. Like, we're together. Like, she just was really, really sweet to me. Made me feel very, like, comfortable. And I just went in there and dove into it. And I got that kind of, like, high, like that adrenaline rush. And same thing with DJing. My first, like, real DJ set, I fucking was crying as well. And at the end of it, you got that high. So I would compare them they were very similar.
It's like Dewey Cox when he looks himself in the mirror. He's like, you're about to remember your whole life. So is OnlyFans like, is that better? Like, it feels like it's it's a more controlled substance. Like, do you make bank on that?
Well, I don't because I don't do porn on there. Because I like haven't done that in like 8 years, 8, 9 years, 8 years, a long time. But it's better for everybody else.
Yeah.
For me, it sucks because I had to actually like go to set for 12 hours and to make way less money than you can make now, just like teasing a nipple.
Yeah.
So it sucks for me because I'm like, damn, I was the end of my career was right when OnlyFans started, but I'm really happy for everybody else.
Yeah.
I do have an OnlyFans, but it's more to connect with like my long-term fans.
Cool.
I post like nudes and stuff on there, but it's not pornographic. It's more kind of like just like me, like hanging out with like me and my girlfriend, like we're smoking weed and like, oh, we're topless. Like it's more supposed to be kind of like
personality, having vibe.
Yeah,
Right.
it's I don't really promote it because it's really just for those people that have been following me forever that they just want to message me.
Yeah.
They want to because I don't have a lot of time, so it's like I can't be replying to everyone. So it's like subscribe if you want to talk.
Right.
And then,
You gotta pay me.
I'll clap to that. Let's make that money, Queen. Let's go. Carter Cruz, what a fucking life. I know we're just becoming friends, but like I really hope
glad we
could,
ran into
I really
each
hope we
other
could be
again.
friends
Yeah,
because
me
like I
too.
got your back, dog. I mean, I love Briley, I love Marcus. I mean, the Kings are my family, so I consider you family too. So.
I know. I hopefully I'm in Denver soon.
Denver, yeah. I grew up in LA, so
I love Denver.
yeah, you come out and hang out.
Great.
I mean,
Great
that's
DJ
like
culture
DJ
there.
Mecca.
Yeah.
Yeah,
over there.
no, I
You gotta play Beta.
I played there a couple years ago at Anton Hall.
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
dude.
Really?
What,
Is that
the
what it's
temple?
called?
No, Anton Hall.
And something.
Like, I don't
It
know.
started with the A&T. I know that. But it was crazy because the guy who asked me to play, he had seen me open for Adventure Club years and
Yeah.
years ago.
Yeah.
And
Dubstep
that was
gods.
that was back when I was a bass DJ.
Oh,
Right.
wow.
But that's what I started off as.
Sick.
And so he had seen me open for them, but this is years and years later. Now I pretty much like doing a lot open format, more housey kind of stuff. And he asked me to headline this dubstep show. And I was like,
Fucking A.
I haven't played bass music in years, and that was and it was crazy because it was all these amazing producers who were like opening for me, and I'm like, I'm so sorry, I'm headlining.
All right. Let's go.
You deserve to be up there too, bud.
No, but it was really fun.
They love bass
Fucking
music.
awesome.
in Denver.
Carter Cruz, thanks for being on the show. I
Thanks
know
for
you got
having me.
I know you got a DJ and stuff, but go check out Carter.
Also,
She's
I
an
was
amazing DJ.
I was so manic when I got here. I ran down here. Now I'm running off to the set. I was like, oh wow, I forgot I gotta talk and get recorded.
I feel like
So
that's like
hopefully I've been like,
yeah, you're
got
killing it.
together.
Yeah, you're
Because like
thoughtful,
we're
I
in that comedy group text, and it's just so funny. Like always, like I'm 5 minutes late.
Yeah.
I'm getting in here. I'm almost there. My final question. So when it's all said, I always ask this at the end of every podcast. When it's all said and done, what do you want to be remembered by?
I think for me, the most important thing that I want to do is whether everyone remembers me or I want to expand people's minds and get them to question a lot of that shame
Right.
and stuff that we feel about ourselves. I always say that like you're only as limitless as you allow yourself to be.
Mm-hmm.
And I always try to live like that. Like I went from being a sorority girl who's going to be a politician to doing porn to then being a DJ where no one took me seriously for so long
Right.
and I had to bust my ass. And then now I just started a podcast and so I'm doing this other thing and everyone can do that, you know, and you're not restricted by society's rules or even your own rules about yourself.
Right.
I think a lot of people restrict themselves. So to me,
And
the
you're
thing
playing fucking arenas.
the thing that matters to me is even if, this is why I already feel good about everything because even if it was just 10 people that their lives were different because something that I did, that matters to me. You know, I don't need to be the most famous, the most rich. I want to make some kind of difference in the world and that could be with a handful of people. And I know I've already done that because I have fans of you like, I never thought I was into this thing or I never thought I could do this. And so those people, like to me in my mind, like I'm already successful. Like I've already like accomplished it. Of course I want to keep doing more for myself, but that's really what matters to me.
God damn it, you were a badass. I'm gonna clap to you. Let's go, Carter. Thank you for being on the show. Now go out there and kick that comedy ass, Queen. Go out there and kick that
Go
comedy
play
ass.
some Borgor.
Bye.